A little late, but I'm here today. Just gotta get a little snackage before I go home from work. Nice productive day at work, man. I'm proud. I'm proud of my results. I'm proud of what I did. Very productive day. One second. Kombucha in the body. Kettle chips, man. I've been sitting on the same bag of kettle chips for like a month. To me, that means I'm doing much better, because I would go through one of them small bags for lunch every day. With my lunch, whether it's a bag of kettle chips, bag of Lay's, whatever. And I still eat my chips. I still do the things that aren't good for me, but the pyramid has reversed. Whereas the base of the pyramid, me eating, will be a lot of junk. It started to rearrange when the majority of my side dishes for my lunch was dry, sodium-filled, crunchy potato chips. Now my side order is usually French cut green beans or string beans with seasoning. I consume that a lot more by far, but it's not like one day I just flipped and changed like that. It was gradual. Like, I'd eat veggies with dinner here and there. It's about the snacking. If you could turn the head on the snacking, like if you like to snack, that's cool. Just eat stuff that's better for you. And once, hey, what up, J Dog 80? And once I realized I can get the same crunch from a nice cold string bean or a snap pea, and it's the same seasonings that you put on potato chips, whether it's onion powder, garlic salt, paprika, whatever, you can put those same seasonings on the vegetable, the crunchy vegetable, so you get the same crunch, you get the same flavor, and it's more water. Like a vegetable is mostly water. Like green is mostly water. So you're hydrating yourself, you're giving yourself fiber that your body can break down a lot easier in roughage. And it tastes just as good. Hey, what up, Constance? It tastes just as good. I mean, it's all about small changes. Over time. It's like compound interest with money. You could try to save every week a large amount of money, you know what I'm saying, and live a minimalist lifestyle, or you could put a portion of your money towards some type of investment account, 401k, Roth IRA, whatever. And the point is not seeing immediate results, but like I did the math. If I put $400 a month, if I put like $800 a month towards my 401k at the job, which is doable, which is very doable. If I do that for 1 year, that'll be over $20,000. Just for 1 year doing that. Like I was like, you know what? I'm gonna pretend like I'm making $800 less every paycheck. I mean $400 less. I'm not $800. $400 less every paycheck. You know what I'm saying? and just not even think about it. Pretend like it don't even exist. Let it mature somewhere else gradually and not think about it. The results are phenomenal, but we just have to have that patience and willingness to get to that point. We always want instant gratification and instant results. A lot of times when we get the instant gratification, the instant results, it's a couple things. One, we don't appreciate it as much because we got it so fast. Two, whatever we get that fast, the quality is probably not that great, which was why we got it so fast. Three, sometimes when we get something really, really fast, like a food or something like that, or even the affections of somebody, maybe something wrong with it. It might not be good for you, And that's the same thing with these results. You could take pills like Ozempic and different diet fat burning schemes, but the people that use Ozempic in Hollywood, they lose weight fast, but look how they look. They're like skeletons. They look like zombies. I'm thinking this medication is relatively new. I remember, because I'm type 2 diabetic, my doctor suggested me Ozempic before Ozempic was even popular. I didn't even know what it was. You know what I'm saying? He just wrote it down. Hey, look into that. And I just never did. I'm just like, I was already on like 3 medications. And I'm like, I'm trying to get off the medication. I'm not trying to get on more medication. It's funny. It's like the Food and Drug Administration, they're tied into each other. I always talk about that infinity. And it's like you eat food that isn't good for you, but then you wind up having to take drugs to help you out for the food that isn't good for you. Whereas if you were just eating food that was good for you, you wouldn't have to take the drugs. And it's just about making the food good. Yeah. These chips, kettle chips, they're bad. Better than regular potato chips, but still bad. But like I said, this particular bag, I've been sitting on this bag for a month, and I just use it as an emergency, like at the end of work, I lose up a lot of protein, I need some salt in my body. And it's a good thing to curb my appetite. If I didn't have nothing, I would just run to McDonald's. And there's been times at the end of work, I'm like, I don't care. McDonald's got this new fried apple pie. That was my excuse for going. Let me get these fried apple pies, but I wound up getting like 2 meals and eating them all. You know what I mean? So when I munch on these, drink my kombucha, put the bacteria back inside my gut, because there's a war going on down there, but I'm winning. I'm getting better and better. I'm feeling better. It's all about being prepared. It's not about instant gratification. Like the new thing that I do now, before I would get home and I would prepare my lunch. But that, that whole process of taking a shower, getting ready for bed, preparing lunch, it would just take up a lot of time. So what I do now, Sunday a week. And I'm a simple man. Thursday nights I stay at my girl house. And I used to always, because I'm staying at my girl house, I'm gonna go to Big Y, I'm gonna buy lunch. Nope. These sandwiches, this is lunch, and it's in my ice cooler. This is lunch for tomorrow and Friday. I still got 2 sandwiches, I do 2 sliders of chicken salad. It's a chicken salad with walnut. Pretty good. So chicken salad with walnut, and I think it has raisins in it, or grapes too, or something like that mixed with it. And I put that, a couple of like nice little scoops on the Hawaiian buns. These Hawaiian buns have coconut in it. Not the healthiest, you know what I'm saying? But it's better than like white bread or whatever, And they're small portions. I portion that out. I'm a simple man. I can have the same, for the sake of health, I can have the same lunch every single day. It doesn't bother me at all. It's funny because years ago when I used to work out a lot, I was debating with this dude that was a fitness instructor. Well, I'm a debate with somebody that's way more in shape than me. And he was like, when it comes to food, you shouldn't be doing it for the taste. You should be doing it for the programming of your body. And I'm like, I bump that. And in some ways, I don't fully agree with that. But now I get what he's saying. If you truly care about how you look and you want to change that physical frame, how food tastes should be the second or third reason why you consume it. The first reason should be the health benefits. And the second reason should be the taste. And you can hook up the taste and all that. You can make things improve the taste, but let's just face it. The way this system is set up, the Food Drug Administration, restaurants and all that, it's set up not to make it healthy. It's set up to satiate and entertain your taste buds while at the same time ruining your body. And you lost 30 pounds since the beginning of the year, and keep it going. And you know what? Like when people say, oh, I lost weight, I lost something, you lost. I think we got to change that language. It's not that you lost weight, you gained health. You get what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to gain health. My goal is I want to gain health by shedding these pounds or converting this fat into energy. You could say I converted 30 pounds into energy. I converted 30 pounds of health. Changing the language to make it sound more positive. I know it sounds weird because nobody talks like that, but that's what it's all about. It's all about just being original and changing the paradigm. You change the paradigm by the words that you speak. Words cast spells. That's why it's called spelling. Literally, you're spelling, you're putting together words, you're casting spells. So we have to change the way that we say things about ourselves. Because if you lose something, you can find it. You get what I'm saying? Something could be lost, something can be found. So we changed that language. You didn't lose weight, you gained health. You transformed fat into energy. Because energy can't be created nor destroyed, it just changes shape. So that fat transformed into a different energy source that fed your body. So that's what we're trying to do. We're gaining health. We're transforming fat. We ain't losing weight. We're transforming weight. We are tapping into our reserve energy sources. That's just sitting there. That's like having a pantry just full of food that you never use. You got all this, rice and corn. And you got all this stuff in the pantry that could well be used, right? But you only like the new food from the restaurants. You know what I mean? You only like the new food, or you order too much stuff in the restaurant, and then all the stuff that's non-perishable, you just keep putting it in the pantry, And instead of eating the stuff that you put in the pantry, you only want new stuff. You only want new. That's the way fat in our body works. It's the same concept. We eat too much food, so the body uses up whatever energy, whatever carbs that it can use, but it's a lot of stuff left over. So whatever isn't passed away through waste, energy can't be created nor destroyed, right? So it just stores it up into fat reserves. But the body it is easier for the body to break down carbohydrates and new stuff than it is for stored fat. So the key is you want to start putting yourself in a caloric deficit where you're not eating as many carbohydrates, because carbs are the easiest thing that your body can break down. Then once your body realizes, damn, whoa, you're not giving me as much carbs anymore. We need a different energy source because you refuse to give me as much carbs as I'm used to consuming. So then what happens is your liver produces a chemical called ketones. And what ketones do is, the ketones are the chemical that is needed to convert fat into energy. And once your liver starts producing ketones, your body is in a state of ketosis. And that's what happens with people that do a ketogenic diet, a keto diet. That's the concept. That's exactly what it is. Now and you can reach these points by intermittent fasting. Like, don't eat anything after 7 o'clock. Don't eat anything after 7, and don't eat again. I'm not doing intermittent fast. I'm just saying when I do it, But don't eat anything after 7 o'clock, and then don't eat anything else until 9. That's a 12-hour fast. And then once you eat at 9, don't eat anything for 8 more. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, maybe 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Don't eat anything for 10 more hours. That's 2 meals a day. You eat that. So eat 7, 9, 7, 9. So that's like a 12-10 fast. 12-hour fast, you eat 10-hour fast. 12-hour fast. And by doing that, your body will intermittently go into ketosis. And that's the time, like when you feel the shivers, like when you're feeling real hungry and you start to like get jittery and shivering and all that, that's a defensive mechanism. Because it wants the energy, or the energy that it's used to getting from carbohydrates. When you don't give it to it, body's like, all right, you got to send these ketones out. You got to send out these little soldiers, because I got plenty of fat deposits that can be converted into energy into my body. It's actually it's a really simple science. I understand it, but knowing and applying knowledge are two different things. But I'm in the process of applying it, and I'm just doing it little things at a time. I barely eat chips. Like I don't eat chips nowhere near on the level that I used to eat them. You know what I mean? So that's just one example right there. This is a little bit of juice, but I rarely drink juices the way I used to. Rarely drink. So like this tastes nasty. Like it just, I think this is V8 or something like this. It just tastes like medicine. It don't even taste good, man. Because I just don't drink it anywhere near the way I used to. So that's another thing too. When you start to eating habits, and then every now and again you revisit it, it don't take like people like those of us that eat bad. Like I eat bad, you know, not as much as I used to, but when I used to really eat bad, your taste buds are overstimulated. Too much sugar, too much salt, extremely desensitized. So if you eat a carrot, which is supposed to taste sweet, if you eat a banana, it's supposed to it'll taste kind of bland. The notes of the carrots and the apple and the banana didn't change. It was always its same sweetness. The only thing that's different is the sensitivity of your tongue. And your tongue is desensitized. But the good news is, when you go back to doing those healthy things or trying to put yourself back on that path, you can recondition your taste. So now, like I said, when I drink that juice tastes gross. It just tastes nasty, man. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't taste as good. Now, ice cream, that's difficult. I ain't gonna never give that up, but I eat it in small doses. I eat my ice cream Snicker bars. I do. I eat those. I got some at my girl's right now. After we have dinner, I'm gonna have a little one or two. Like they're little bite size. But when you start going on a more positive path, and you start doing good things and putting love in your body, when you disrespect your body by putting hate in it, you become more sensitive to the hate and not as desensitized. And you just don't want it. Like, yeah, this is what I used to eat. This is what I used to drink. Yeah, this is gross. Got to reprogram yourself. Reprogram your mind. Reprogram your body. And it's the one thing we do consistently every day besides use the bathroom is we eat. And if eating is such a huge component of what we do on a daily basis, and it just affects so much as far as how we are mentally and physically, that is literal software that we are ingesting that can enhance our hardware. So we got to put the proper software in our hardware by eating. But it's unfortunate, some of us, the software that we put inside of our hardware is loaded with viruses. And that's why we get obese, and that's why we get hypertension, that's why we get diabetic, and that's why we get certain cancers. because we are putting software inside of us that has viruses. Now, I think almost everything on this earth is contaminated somehow, some way. Just some things more than others. I'm willing to bet the man that eats mostly French green beans as a side order, as opposed to potato chips or French fries or mashed potatoes, that person that eats those crunchy, delicious French cut green beans with some sea salt, some crushed black pepper, a little bit of either Cajun seasoning or cayenne pepper, I'm willing to bet that person probably has a better bill of health than the dude that eats a side of Lay's every time he eats his dinner or fries. I'm willing to bet that. Those green beans, that software, I'm willing to bet, have a lot less viruses that can damage the hardware of the human body than those bag of potato chips. And the funny thing is, all the viruses and all the bad things about it is right on the packaging. We just don't pay attention. We don't read it. We see all these niacin and dichlorolethylene. I'm just making up words. We don't even look at it. We don't even know what it means. We got this phone. We got the AI, this technology that people want to hate on. And to me, hating on the AI, it's the new Black Lives Matter. It's the new Me Too movement. It's the new. You know what I mean? It's the new. We stand with Ukraine. You know what I mean? It's the new catchphrase. Whatever. But we got this AI. You can literally take a picture of the ingredients. If it's too hard for you to read or decipher, you can literally take a picture, put it in Gemini or Grok or whatever, and be like, could you please thoroughly explain these ingredients for me and how it affects my body and what should I avoid? All the answers. We are in the age of information where almost virtually anything that we want to know is at our fingertips, because this AI, it connects to every search engine, every message board, every Reddit page on earth, and it emphasizes everything. And it will get you an answer. Like, somebody extrapolated on almost everything that's being discussed, some way, shape, form, or fashion. And now we are in a fascinating time in humanity where we can synthesize all this information, bring it all together, and we could just accomplish so much. It's just a tool. It's a matter of using it. Instead of demonizing it, use it for your benefit. Man, since I've been really getting into this AI, understanding it, I mean, not only have I done a podcast, this is episode 112 this year. We are on week 22. Yeah, we on week 22 of me doing this podcast. But virtually every single one of my podcasts has a nice, cool thumbnail. I love comic books, so that's why I do the comic book style on my thumbnails. Every day I break down my podcast. I put it in AI, and it gives me like a recap of what I spoke about. You know, it doesn't change my words or anything like that. And then I realize all this philosophical genius I've been putting out, it's not from me, it's from the universe. You know what I'm saying? I realized I essentially was writing a book, but I didn't know how to get the book started. And AI said, look, the book is already written. You got over 100 some episodes where you talk about something philosophical, and daggone there every single episode. You don't even got to really type it out. You could just put it in AI. You know, you could put it in a transliterator, and it'll literally put my words on pages, exactly what I said. And it's up for me to go in and edit, you know, if things don't make sense, or add or take away, you know, the whole editing process. I already got 12 chapters of the book done. And I got like 20 annotations that can spread between the chapters. So it's going to be a nice, I'll say it's going to be like a 150-page book once it's all said and done. As below, so above, a philosophical perspective, looking at life, a different way of seeing things through my eyes, through my experience, trying to latch to like-minded individuals that want to see things differently. They don't necessarily want the answers, because I don't got the answers. I'm just giving you a different perspective on things. AI helped me put that together. I got a book manuscript. It's done. I just got to sit down, and I don't got to do it in one shot. And I did it all while driving. I haven't sat down yet. Everything I wrote my book verbally. And there are people that verbally write books. They don't write You know what I'm saying? Pen and paper. They'll just kind of say it in a voice recorder, go back and they write it down. That's kind of how I put the book together. So even I'm a comedian, I'm a funny man. Yes, that's being a comic enables me to think of things in a humorous way, and humor and logic to me are just synonymous. In order to relay a good punchline, the logic skills got to be on point. Your ability to do analogies and metaphors and similes, misdirection, it got to be up to par. But that all stems from logic. And I've always been a logical person since I was young. Don't always follow the logic, but I have a logical process when it comes to my view of the world and the way I break things down. I don't always listen to my logic, but the logical process does happen. All from AI, yo. Now, I post across multiple platforms. I don't got the time to one by one post on every single platform and individual hashtags and that stuff. No. I use Opus Clip that clip up my stuff. I still got to go back and listen to them because sometimes they'll edit your clips, but they kind of cut the jokes off, you know what I mean, too prematurely. So they still got to get better as far as that. But it creates the hashtags. It'll create a description of the video, and it posts across 5 platforms at once: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and X in one shot. And I can schedule it. All because of AI, yo. All because of AI. I think this is the most productive I've been as far as like an artist in a long time. And this is me working a new full-time job. Going into year 2 of a full-time job, working 40 hours a week. Yes, I don't have the time to hit open mics as much as I used to, but my comedy got better. I write jokes out like I don't write by hand. I just think of an idea. Like I wrote a dope joke today. I'm not gonna give it away. This one ain't going, because this one I still want to work on it. But I wrote a dope joke. I just ran it into AI. I said it just a few different times. You know what I mean? AI doesn't tighten it up for me. It just repeats back what I said. I might use it for like a synonym if I'm using the same word over and over again. Like I said, a bed, I said mattress, I said under the sheets. You know what I'm saying? Different stuff like that, Or it might rearrange the order, or make a suggestion. But for the most part, it's all my words. I spit it into AI, and I'm like, yo, put that in my notes. It puts it right in my notes without me having to stop my phone. This is the most productive and creative I've been. And this is me working a full-time job, and I got more content than I've ever had, ever online. My social media imprint is way deeper right now within the past 6 months. And I got people that show up on a regular basis just to watch me do this. So obviously there's something there. Wait till the book come out. The book, I don't want to give myself a deadline, but there's going to come a point in time. Maybe I'll be liberal about it first, meaning, or is it liberal? No, conservative, where I'll make it a point to write 1 chapter a week. Like just sit down, and I don't really got to write it. Like the words are already there. I just got to go back to, because it's based on my podcast. So I'll go back to the podcast. Like AI, this is my first chapter right here. How many pages do I have out of that? It'll tell me all the pages. A lot of my chapters got annotations from other, like some of my episodes have similar topics. So that'll be an annotation to that chapter. So I'll be like, okay, the annotation is from episode 46. How many pages do I get out of that? It's like blah, blah, blah. So if I put all these together, how many is that? It'll tell me. I'm like, okay, based on my words right here, put the first chapter together. It'll put it together. I'm going to read through it. If I don't like some stuff, I'll add some stuff. I'll take some stuff away. I'll type myself a little bit. How could y'all hate on AI? Yo, it's crazy. I love it. And this is, like I said, and like my stand-up getting better. Like people could say, oh, AI don't write my jokes, but people will probably, oh, AI is writing your jokes. What the hell that got to do with performance? And they straight at my ideas, because all my jokes are based on my reality. Every joke that I write is based on something I experienced in real life. I get to the point, comedians, but like no disrespect to comics, but some of them, like, if you've been doing this for if you really, really care about this issue, It should be here, and it should be here, yo. The last 5 times that I've headlined, I did 1 hour, 1 hour, 50 minutes, 50 minutes. No, 1 hour, 1 hour. I did 50 minutes. I did 30 minutes. I did another 50, and I did 20. I didn't bring out a pad one single time. I didn't bring, and it's funny, when I headlined at the River earlier this year, my second hour was 75% different than the first hour. Never brought out a pad once. Because it's like I could see it in my head, and I'm like, okay, I don't want to do these jokes. I'm going to do something different tonight. And I recite this stuff so much, and I say it over and over and over again. I see it. I obsess over it. And I feel like if you really, really care, you dedicated to this, you get to a point where you don't need that pad anymore. If you practice it enough, you don't need it. And this is me not going to open mics. This is me just I say my jokes, or I listen to my comedy over and over and over and over again, tweaking, adding, taking away, subtracting, drop this joke, keep this joke. I'm constantly doing this. You'll never catch me with a pad. A set list? I don't need a set list. I got a set this Saturday. I think I got like 15 minutes. While I'm talking to y'all, it's like another part of my brain is putting together the set right now. I don't need no set list. I got other things to think about, worry about. I don't got to. That part of my brain is on autopilot. And I'm still performing it. I'm performing it better. The comedy is getting better without me physically being there. It's like almost like an outer body experience. In my mind, I'm on stage, I'm crushing right now, practicing in my head right now as I'm talking to y'all. It's weird. It's crazy. Like, I think Eddie Griffin, who else? D. Ray Davis, and Earthquake. They all say, oh, we don't write nothing. It's in their head, and they kind of see it. And I used to, man, that's cat. I don't know, man. No, ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way these cats are just not writing stuff down or whatever, on a page. And then I got to the point where I was only writing bullet points. I would write 2 words and I would know the whole joke. And then it got to the point where, I still record it in my phone, but I haven't picked up a pen in so long and just wrote stuff I don't have to do it. Like, I know they say there's the connection with your hand and you got to write. I got bad hands, arthritis, bad thumbs. I'm talking to it. I listen to it. I act it out. I live it. While y'all writing just with this, I'm writing with my whole body, my mind, my actions. I ain't just doing this. I'm literally acting it out and being physical. You just using your pen, your hand. I'm using my whole body when I write. That's the difference between me and you. Let me stop being cocky. But that's the difference between certain people's approaches and my approaches. I'm not saying no approach is wrong. That's just me. I lost pads. You understand what I'm saying? I've lost notebooks, and I think at the beginning, like 2019 or the beginning of 2020, my phone was just locked out. I couldn't get into my phone. Luckily, a lot of my stuff was backed up, but I lost mad videos and I lost mad jokes more than anything. So that's another thing, to always, email yourself, back up your stuff or whatever. And I got old jokes. I got over 1,700 different jokes in one phone alone. And it doesn't hurt to go back and look at old stuff, and maybe, like, because I'm such a better writer now, to kind of craft like a whole new, I probably got 4 or 5 hours of material in that phone. You know what I'm saying? But I just got a whole different process. I don't need the pad and paper no more, man. Back in the biblical times, like the days of Muhammad, you know how they wrote the Quran? Just came to him. It all came, 1,000 pages, or however long it is, it came to him. So they say he memorized it word for word, and they just spread it word for word. And I used to really, really doubt that, but it's like the human body, the human brain is a very, very impressive thing. And just our capabilities of doing things, we just don't give ourselves a lot of credit, man. Because I'm telling you, I don't write. I got a whole. You know what? I'm gonna run the joke. I'm gonna run it, and then I'm gonna be out because I gotta get to the big Y and get a couple of things. 47, I'm childless. I think about having kids. But I'm getting older, though. You know what I'm saying? I got the bad eyesight, and I got reader glasses everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And it's like right before I go to bed, you know, I got the readers on, and I'm looking at my phone before I go to sleep. And I can't sleep with the readers on, so I take them off, and I put them off to the side on a mattress. But, you know, the girth of my body creates like this like black hole, like vortex, and then everything that's on the outside of the bed gets sucked into the event horizon. And I crushed like 4 different pairs of glasses like that. So I could only imagine what would happen if I have a newborn baby off to the side on that mattress, man. He gonna get caught up in the event horizon. That's terrible. That's a terrible, terrible thought, man. That's why I'm thinking, like, in some ways, getting old is not necessarily a bad thing. Because if I didn't get older, my eyes wouldn't get weaker. And if my eyes didn't get weaker, I wouldn't need the readers. And if I didn't need the readers, I wouldn't have had them in bed. And if I didn't have them in bed, they wouldn't have got caught in the black hole that my body created and crushed under my physical, man. And if it never got crushed under my physical and I would have had a baby, the child would have got caught up in the event horizon. So we see, man, sometimes getting old is a benefit, man. It's a blessing. So that's it. The joke is crude. I understand that, but I said it. But watch when I work on this, you know what I'm saying? And I don't remember exactly how I said it, but I recorded it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to go back in AI. I'm going to read it. You know what I'm saying? It's in my notes, actually. AI put it in my notes. So I'm going to read through it again, get the words, the beat for beat. But you see, I didn't look at nothing. And I bet you if I say this over and over again, it'll come to me. But I want to look at it just to make sure I 100% got it. But you see this in the practice form. You'll never see me do this at the show. And with that being said, you'll never see me do this at a show, not me personally. And with that being said, to all my young and up-and-coming comedians, there is no such thing as writer's block. The comedy guys have not given you anything new to scribe on that page. It is their way of telling you to work on the things that they already gave you. Stay away from the gossip. Stay away from the rumors. Stay away from the nonsense. Stay away from the negativity. Stay away from the foolishness. Focus on the funny and lead with love, because life is not something that happens in spite of you. Life is an experience for you to behold. So get to beholding. With that being said, it's much love, man. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Wednesday evening. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit the hype button. Look through my profile if you want to hit me with a donation on my Cash App. Cash App is $sign Mo Green 79, MOGREEN 79, and my Venmo is at Mo Green 79. Same thing. Peace. All right, Hennessy, I'm out, man.